I'm there doing a line from a video game, and you just blurt out that I'm shit. I mean, what defence do you have for that?
Well, you were putting it nicely. I just blatantly said it.
And you talk about me being unhinged. Look at yourself over there, man.
Well, hello there, folks. It's Saturday, and you know what that means. The rails are yours with Train 215. As we did change from all of the slow speed, high speed stuff, we're going to go slow speed. But we're going to go slow speed up a mountain. Which means I think you know where we're going. Because we're off to Switzerland to do a scenario on the Arosa line, which we're going to do uphill haul, which is down the bottom here. Assemble a freight formation at Chur, then head up to the aggregate terminal. Drop off some empty wagons at St Peter Molinis en route. Sounds easy enough, doesn't it? So grab your ticket, get in line, Sheldon here as well to have some fun. And it might be the middle of April, but we need some snow in our lives. Why do we need snow in April? I'm sure it has snow all year round up there.
Absolute whatever. Lovely. Right, first thing I need to do, I need to clear my ear out because it feels itchy. Welcome to Chur. Start off your day assembling a freight train. Once on your way uphill, you'll be able to decouple 2 wood wagons at St Peter Molinis and continue your journey to the aggregate terminal near Arosa.
You know what I've just noticed?
What have you just noticed, sir?
Since this is a rivet trades route,
Yes,
they use the same buses for the 5 circle.
they do. In fact, I would not. It would not surprise me if they used the same buses throughout the whole area.
That's a standardised rivetism.
A rivetism.
Yeah.
What is a rivetism?
Standard stuff, you know, crap.
So that is what we're coming to expect now, is it? Oh, it's a rivet thing. It's shit.
To be fair though, this one is alright.
Yeah, this one's not too bad, but don't mention the Swiss route because we all know what the Swiss route is.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
The Swiss route takes shit to a whole nother level of shit.
Did they do this one first?
Was this their first route rivet? I don't remember. Contact the signaller. Yeah, we've already done that. We can do that on the move.
But did this came out before the Swiss route?
Yes, this came out before the Swiss route.
So they had something good and then they just went downhill.
I think their first route was this route, and then it was the West Cornwall local, and then it was the S-Bahn Central Spice, and then it just went all downhill from there.
Oh, is that Swiss route, the S-Bahn Central Spice?
Yes, the S-Bahn Central Spice. The route that we don't talk about anymore because it had a big lump of cheese just stuck in the middle of nowhere. Hey, I know. What's a great idea for a mastery in Switzerland? A big lump of cheese.
That's probably that's the only exciting thing about that route.
It is, yes. I'd like to introduce you to someone who's still looking for her happy ending. Her name is Luna.
Ah.
I'm sure she'd get along with Yoshi and Lola, wouldn't she? Lola and Luna.
Probably with Lola, yes, but Yoshi, no.
Yoshi, no. Definitely not. She looks a very playful cat, shall we say?
Ah.
It's gonna be on from there. Who knows? Maybe she'll get her a happy ending. Maybe she will. But who knows? El Grande Americano just unmasked Dragon Lee. See, I told you, Dragon Lee was Grande Americano all this time.
Are you sure?
Yes. There you go. That was just terrible, and that was just blatant. Right there. Who is that? That's a Middlesbrough theme. Terry Elizabeth, or Elizabeth Terry. I don't know. Not sure who that is. Anyway, welcome to the Arosa line, folks. We're on the aggregate pack that we had off them, and we have a nice run to go up to the terminal today.
With some freight.
With some freight. Well, we got. Look, there's our aggregate stuff, and yeah, we're gonna go up and do a bit more shunting because we've got the aggregate stuff now. Now we're gonna get the wood. got wood.
Plenty of it.
Plenty of it. Oh yeah, I heard your bloody wood this morning, mate. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ on a motorbike. There was some wood flying then, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, because there were certain cheerleaders that were pecking on it.
Were they?
Yeah.
Were they now? First of all, this pen is shit.
Good.
Secondly, that's a red.
Bad.
Thank you. You want to talk about cheerleaders being on top of your woody woodpecker, then go right ahead, sir. I'm here all bloody day. Or for the next hour and a half, depending on which comes first.
The hour and a half.
Yeah, but actually, mind you, an hour and a half coming first. Hey, that's impressive. That's an impressive record right there. It's very impressive.
Anyway, let's move on to the wise man.
Yes, the wise man did say that if you have not yet liked, commented, subscribed, turned on the post notifications to let you know when new videos drop every Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday on Train Sim World 5, oh, you're missing out on the treat. Because we have a banger today. We have a banger that is so big and so massive that it will eclipse the fact that I forgot last night to watch both Bad Boys for Life and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Well, no, you did watch the second one.
I did watch most of it, yes. But completely went over my head. Mainly because I was playing 2K25.
WWE 2K25.
WWE 2K25. I was doing the island showcase and getting very frustrated with Yokozuna.
Bonsai!
Ah, they did Hulk Hogan, 1993 King of the Ring. Hulk Hogan, Hulk up every time, and then he got put down on his ass like he should have been. No, the frustrating one at the moment seems to be Super Cena with Umaga.
Oh, Mr. Cena, who's going to ruin wrestling.
Yes. He's going to ruin wrestling. He's already ruined wrestling.
I can't see that.
You can't see that, can you? Oh, yeah, you're funny. Oh, you're funny over there, aren't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Just remember, this is an hour and... how long is this? It was a 41:36. So it's about an hour and 15 minutes long. We got all day, pal. Also, you...
What?
We should have started an hour and a half ago, which allows me to bust out the traditional. I am Ian. You are late.
Yeah, but I had no alarm set.
I had an alarm set. And then he turned around. I woke up at 7:15. Whoops, I woke up at 8:15. I'm sorry.
No, what's 8:15?
I'm sorry, hello. You woke up at 7:15. That is no excuse. It is no excuse.
Yeah, but by the time we got up here, you ended up going on WWE 2K25.
I went on 2K25 while you were downstairs having your bloody breakfast at 9:30. He's going to check the time now.
It's 9:40.
I know it's 9:40. I was slightly exaggerating, sir.
Over-exaggerating?
No, it was not over-exaggerating. It was
Need 8:30.
No, you didn't even start munching till 9 o'clock, but that's enough of the cheerleaders. Well, let's get on to what you had for breakfast. And again, we'll get off the cheerleaders. I'll do Seth Rollins dance around the room. Ha! And you won't be able to stop me doing Seth Rollins dance. You can try.
Mind you, he did say on the last one he was unhinged.
I am unhinged. We have to get all of these done, right, by the end of today. We have to get this Groningen route done as well, which we will buy during the break we have for lunch. And then I'll do the scenario later. We'll probably record the scenario, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday night. It has to be Wednesday or Thursday night because I'm not here Friday, I'm not here Saturday, and then that is it. You've got no chance of getting it up before whatever. Just to remind you that we're on a tight schedule. And then I have to record the next batch for May. All of which, how many do we need for May? Let me see how many I need for May. Yes, that's right, folks. The hardest working man on YouTube is still working. Any update? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look, this is brilliant. Any updates on when the Tadami line will be coming to Train Sim World 5? Last I heard, it was in December 2024. Well, what do you think the answer would be if you've not heard anything since December 2024?
Let me guess. Ready's ready.
Exactly. Nothing to share about the Tadami line yet. When there is, I'm sure DTG will shout about it. Because they're very excited to...
They always shout about it.
Absolutely. They always shout about it. We are very happy to thingy. What am I trying to say? I don't know what it is I'm trying to say. We are very happy to well, that's it. They always turn around and say we are very happy to announce our Tadami line is coming, and then you never hear anything about it after that. Because they seem happy about it, but then they're just not.
Yeah, I want to. They really want to get that route right.
Well, who's doing it again? It's
Uni Workshop?
Uni Workshop, that's it. The fact that we're hearing nothing tells me they do want to get it spot on.
Yeah.
And I would not blame them. I would want to get it spot on. The only thing that would annoy me is the fact that it is...
They end up being like Rivet.
No, the only thing that's going to annoy me is apparently the whole line to do it at the speed you do it is 2 hours.
So there could be long scenarios.
There could be... No, there's going to be long scenarios, definitely. There is no shadow about it. There's going to be long scenarios. Alan Thompson's expecting no long scenarios. I'm expecting Aldley. I tell you what, I am expecting one that will probably be a Manchester to Aldley via Manchester Airport, and then probably back via Stockport. That's what I'm probably expecting.
So that's probably the longest one by doing the whole thing.
Yes. But after that, I'm not expecting much in terms of length. What they should have done with that route, and I realise it's their discretion what route they do. They
Well, actually, no, Stockport carriage side is going to be in it, is it?
Yeah, Stockport carriage side.
So there could be a scenario for the carriage side into Piccadilly.
Could be. Could
Then do a service.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see them put Oxford Road in. And maybe swing around to Victoria. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're getting... That is what we're getting. And my messenger has just gone off. Which will be somebody to say... Nope, it's just... we're talking about Norwich and their bloody shite decks that are... oh no, what's this? Ooh. Actually, we're not talking about... Connect bus look like they have Enviro 100 EVs. Ooh.
I need to head into that area.
Norwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad in terms of what there needs to be, but it can get a bit meh. It can get a bit magoo. Shall we say?
Yeah.
Right, have you...
Mind you, it's all standard stuff now with flirts. So Ego Trade's going to be a flirt.
Well, no, it's not.
Well, except for Norwich.
No, Norwich is flirt central. Between Norwich and Ely, you get the 158. And maybe the odd 170. Between Norwich and Ipswich, yes, it is flirt central.
And the Wary Lines is flirt central.
And the Wary Lines is also flirt central. Thankfully, though, none of the Wary Lines came up as a summer showcase of Greater Anglia, because then we would have been in the shit.
Would be hilarious if Birdie Arms did.
If Birdie Arms did, then it would have been run for the border. But the fact that Greater Anglia is only limited to, I think it's I, there, and maybe another letter as well. That's for, I think it's T as well. I got lucky. Certainly if any stations like Burnley Arms or Great Yarmouth or Brundle Gardens or Brundle itself came up, then we would have probably been in the poo. I am the poo, the great and mighty poo.
You're shit.
I know I am. Thank you very much for telling me that. Also, please be the glad recipient to this red card for stating the obvious there, sir.
For stating the obvious?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get another red just for blurting out, I'm there doing a line from a video game, and you just blurt out that I'm shit. I mean, what defence do you have for that?
Well, you were putting it nicely. I just blatantly said it.
And you talk about me being unhinged. Look at yourself over there, man. Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Honestly. People came in here thinking I was going to be the unhinged one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does that. I have no idea why it does that.
I'm waiting for it to go off now.
I'm waiting for it to go off as well, but apparently it's going to sit there and it's going to do whatever it likes.
What happens if it does go off?
That's a great question. What happens?
Does it still record?
Maybe it does. Who knows? Should we find out and get the answer to that question?
No, just in case.
Just in case.
Well, you never know, do you?
That is true. You do never know.
No, I reckon it will switch the whole thing up.
You think so?
Hmm.
I have another private message. Oh, it's and they just talk about visiting Norwich again.
Mind you, we should do it on the Rivet route.
Oh, what? Turn Rivet off, so see if
See what it's like.
see what it's like.
Although I did find out about the Travelodge Hotel yesterday. Because did we talk in one video about extending the booking?
Yes, we did.
So basically, to extend the night in the hotel that I'm already in
Yeah.
the Travelodge,
Yes,
it's another 30 quid because it comes to £66 total, something like that.
Yes.
But then there's a modification fee.
Really?
Yeah, £10.
See, I don't agree with that. You're just better off, right? You're just better off just booking the second night and then explaining when you get there, look, I'm here for tonight and tomorrow. I've just done it as two separate bookings.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can just, I don't know, sweep the rooms together? That would probably be your best course of action on that. I honestly don't see any other
Why
scenario.
they need a modification booking?
Why do they need that modification booking? Exactly. It makes no sense. It honestly makes literally 0 sense.
See, the only other way around it is you book another hotel somewhere else.
Yeah, that's the only way you do it. What was that? I was saying something. I've got to move the Barnsley Hotel for something. What was I saying for that? I was saying something to do with that, and I can't remember what I was saying. Was there something on the 20? Was there something on that Tuesday? Let me see here, because at the moment with the Barnsley hop, it's just, I know it's the hotels for the Monday and the Tuesday,
Yeah.
but I do know that it is for. Oh no, that was it. Sorry, yes, that was it. It was the hotel for what's the recent one we moved? We had to move Lewisham.
Ah.
That was it. Lewisham's date was cheapest in there, but I could only get it on that Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, today's kids wouldn't even recognise who that is.
Scott Steiner.
Exactly. We'd recognise who that was, no problem. Maths is hard. 15 plus 15 is 30, but 16 plus 16 is 32. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. It's a joke. Look at it. Look at it. It's a joke. Get it?
Yeah. Because 15 plus 15 is 30.
Yes.
16 plus 16 is 32.
Yes, but they've spelt. Look how they've spelt it. It's 30 and then 2 TOO.
Ah.
So they haven't. Oh, train catches. Oh, this is the Dundee HST, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say thingy, but it was smoky. That's for sure. Speaking of, I saw this.
To be fair though, the HSTs had their day.
They have. I saw this yesterday. Royce Adams, who is the son of WWE legend Crush.
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams. Him and his mother have signed a Legends deal for their late father Crush.
Okay.
So does that finally mean that after years and years, we're finally going to get Demolition in the Hall of Fame? Finally.
What, Axe Smash Crush?
Axe Smash and Crush. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. Maybe that's what they were actually waiting for. Maybe that they wanted to put all three of them in, but Axe and Smash was the only ones that they could put in, and they wanted to put Crush in at the same time.
It's interesting about Demolition because that team was only created because Vince McMahon wanted his own Legion of Doom.
Yes. How'd that work out for you? I am.
To be honest, it did work out for them until Legion of Doom came into WWE, and then they just got demoted.
Yeah. That's and the very first thing that happened when Legion of Doom came in, let's put them in a program with Demolition. Oh, what do you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen?
These days, let's say you put Demolition and Legion of Doom into these days, right?
Yeah.
These days, it wouldn't be straight into a program.
Yes.
It would build them up first.
You'd build them up.
But back then, it was just... It was wrestling.
It was wrestling. Wrestling. Speaking of, I heard yesterday how The Undertaker actually got his job with WWE back in 1990.
Really?
Yes. So he got the call, obviously, from WCW. They weren't going to renew his contract.
Mm-hmm.
They were all like, "You've got the tools, you've got the skills, but we just don't have anything for you, so we're not going to renew your contract."
So basically, no idea to go with it.
Yeah, no idea to go with it.
No creative direction.
No creative direction at all. He then got a sit-down meeting with Vince McMahon.
Yeah?
And it was after Bruce Pritchard and Paul Heyman both said to Vince, they were adamant. At this time, Paul Heyman and Vince, back in the 90s, were sort of opposite sides, but amicable.
Yeah.
And they both turned around and said, "You've got to sign this guy. You've got to sign this guy. This guy has the potential." And at the time, he was dealing with his hip injuries. He was dealing with all sorts of niggles. So he had his sit down with Vince McMahon, and Vince was like, "Have you got anything special about you?" And the Undertaker was just there, like I said, "No, nothing special." He's like, "Nothing at all." And the Undertaker, and at the time he blurted out, "Well, I can sing very well in the shower." And as soon as he said it, in his head he was like, "Why the fuck did I just say that?" So Vince turned around and said, "Well, we've got nothing at the moment, but we'll let you know if something comes up." Then later on, Undertaker gets a phone call, and it's Vince on the other end. "Hi, is this the Undertaker?" And he's not sure how to react to it, and he goes, "Yes, this is the Undertaker." And that's how it all started. That's how it all started. He's like, "We got
Just
Survivor."
one phone call.
Just that phone call. It was like, "We got this program coming up at Survivor Series. We want you to be part of it. We want you to do an Undertaker gimmick." And he goes, and that's how it all got started. he got stuck with Brother Love at the time, and then moved on to Paul Bear, and the rest is history, as they say. Probably, I would say, Undertaker, one of the greatest big men to ever be in WWE. Probably right in front of Sid Justice, I would say. Right, just on the basis of their athleticism in the ring.
Yeah.
Because those both men, I think Sid was 6'9", or was he 6'8"? He was one of the two, 6'9" or 6'8". Undertaker was 6'10". They're both over.
So was that an accidental blurt out saying Undertaker? Or...
No, Vince actually rang him up and said, "Hello, am I speaking to the Undertaker?" It was Mark. Mark on the phone. He was like, "What do I say to this?" He just replied, "Yes, this is the Undertaker," and that's how it all got started.
So in other words, he had the idea and didn't know until he rang up.
Vince had the idea, and he didn't even know that was going to be his gimmick until he rang him up. That's how it all got started.
It's like yesterday, because you were doing the King of the Ring 93.
Yes.
And there's a scene when there's a cameraman gets onto the apron and throws a flame fireball at Hulk Hogan.
Through the fireball flame at Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Through the camera.
Through the camera, yes, that's right.
And turns out to be RhB Whippleman, and we were like, well, what's the idea in that direction?
I think...
But I watched a little interview yesterday of RhB Whippleman.
Yeah.
And there was no direction. Basically, they just wanted RhB Whippleman to do the job to put Yokozuna through.
Put him over, basically.
Put him over, yeah.
Yeah. I think there could have been...
There could have been someone else to do it, but then they realised, well, hang on, if we get, like, someone to do it, he could fuck it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Harvey being a company guy, he was like, yeah, I'll do it. No, I think they could have actually gone with a direction if they had actually thought about it long and hard. The direction they could have gone with was like this, right? Who did Hulk Hogan face at WrestleMania 8?
Sid.
Who was his manager?
RhB Whippleman.
Exactly. This could have been a year-long elaborate plan for RhB Whippleman to get revenge on Hulk Hogan. It could have gone down that way.
But I think the idea was not to put major heat on RhB Whippleman.
No. The thing with Harvey was, right, back in the day, yeah, he came across as this wimpy sort of manager character, heel character, as he should have done. But Harvey was also a company guy.
Yeah.
So you could have asked him to do anything, could have been, yes sir, I'll do it. I mean, I think he first came into prominence managing the Warlord.
I think so.
When the Warlord split from Barbarian and they went their separate ways of the Powers of Pain. And then he moved from the Warlord over to...
I think back then, there was managers and...
There was loads of managers.
There was loads of managers, but there were like loads of wrestlers. It was more like a faction.
Yeah, it was. Oh, and then he moved on to... Because as soon as he had the Warlord, he had the Power and Glory as well. So there was he had the Warlord and Power and Glory. Then he moved on to Sid. Because he became known as Dr. RhB Whippleman. Do you not get the joke with his name?
No. Doctor.
No. RhB Whippleman.
Whipperman.
Exactly. RhB Whippleman. That was the joke. He came across as this puny character, but his name was Whoop Everyone. Absolutely kicked crap out of literally everyone and anyone. No, and then after Sid, I think he took a break away from managing, and then the next person he managed was Bertha Faye. Literally out of nowhere, here goes Bertha Faye. Big Bertha. And then I think after that he moved into refereeing.
Yeah.
I don't remember him managing anyone after Bertha Faye. Because I think he went straight from Bertha Faye, took a bit of time off TV, and then was a referee. Because all I remember was Jerry Lawler joking about Harvey and his thick glasses as he was wrestling. There it is, Harvey Whippleman. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Does it say who's...
They are professional... They are manager. Here we go.
Yeah.
So he should have started off. They are Pee Wee Herman type character. Yeah, that's right. Oh, he first managed Big Bully Busick.
Yeah.
Busick left and slick turn face. Whippleman managed the Warlord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he was real life friends with Sid Justice. So that was that. Yeah, there we go. He became Sid Justice's manager, became Dr. Harvey Whippleman, carried a medical bag containing medical equipment. After it, because he put a stethoscope to everyone to see, are they alive still? You just had your ass kicked by Sid Justice. Are you alive? Are you alive?
What, to add insult to injury?
To add insult to injury, yeah. Kamala. I forgot about Kamala. Although
Yeah.
he's kind of forgettable because, whoa, Steve Lombardi played Kim Chi.
Never knew that.
Never knew that, absolutely. Never. Oh, and then Giant Gonzalez after that.
Yeah.
Ah,
But he was so forgettable.
that was forgettable because.
Oh, then Adam Bomb.
Oh yeah, Adam Bomb as well, and Quang, who was who remembers Well Done? Oh my God, Timothy Well, Stephen Dunn, Well Done. I thought to myself, that has gotta be the shadiest tag team name ever. Yeah, Bertha Faye.
And then that was it.
And that was it. And then he became a referee in '96.
Oh, apparently they didn't get along.
Oh, they didn't get along. Really? Why are we not surprised about that?
There was more people that he managed.
Yeah, there was so many more, but it's like that you forget about them. But now you remember them, then yeah, you remember.
Because Quag was Savio Vega.
Quang was Savio Vega, yeah. Adam Bomb was Brian Clark.
Yeah.
Big Adam Bomb.
Or Raph in WCW.
Oh, yeah, that was a potential to be a great character, Adam Bomb. Absolute potential.
But just didn't go anywhere with
It
it.
just didn't go anywhere, exactly. They turned him face and then they had nothing.
I mean, that was the big mistake, was it?
Oh, that was a big mistake. As a heel, he was a monster heel.
Yeah.
Monster heel. And then as a face, he was like, really? Could you know where they actually build him from, Adam Bomb?
Was it somewhere in Arkansas?
No.
No.
3 Mile Island.
Ah.
3 Mile Island, which I believe was the scene of a massive nuclear meltdown in the US.
Yeah.
So it made sense. It made sense. Adam Bomb, 3 Mile Island. And his Titantron was them dropping an Adam Bomb on somewhere.
Pooh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what his Titantron was, or Videotron as they. What did they call it back then? I had a clue there. It wasn't a Titantron. Although I'm not sure what actually classes as a Titantron. Oh yeah, I saw this. I saw this yesterday, and I thought to myself, this reeks of desperation. So I've been, obviously the F1 season has started. Liam Lawson's first 2 results for Red Bull: last and 15th.
That is bad.
Max Verstappen's first 2 results: 2nd and 4th. Red Bull are now considering replacing Liam Lawson after 2 races. Wow. So,
All that for nothing.
hold on a second, and they're considering replacing him with Yuki Tsunoda. Which leads me to the exact point that I'm about to make out. If you didn't want Liam Lawson in that team in the first place, why put him in the fucking car? Why put him in there?
I mean, that was a blunder.
A blunder?
A fuck up.
No. There's screw-ups and then there's proper screw-ups. And that, I'm afraid, was a screw-up. If you had literally no intention of putting Liam Lawson in that car, don't put him in the car.
Yeah.
Don't put him in the car. And now you're going to turn around and you're going to get rid of Liam Lawson for Yuki Tsunoda, who should have got in the car in the first place. Yuki's going to be like, do you know what I would do if I was Yuki? I'd turn around and tell him to fuck off.
Fuck you.
Yep. You're like, fuck you. Except with Yuki, it would be fuck. Because Yuki's an open mic, he is.
Mind you, that would be good. Yuki Tsunoda, Max Verstappen.
Oh yeah,
They
why?
could go to community service together.
They could go to community service together. Hey dude, why are you here in community service? And they'll just have a picture of Yuki with several bleep words over his head. Oh, okay. You like the English language too. and there's Oscar next to him. Oscar. Oscar could just say a swear word and it'd just be Oscar.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the best radio I heard from? This was the best one I heard from Australia. This was the best one. So, Charles Leclerc turned around in the Ferrari, and he said, "I can feel my seat wet. Is there a water leak or something?" It was raining at the time, but
yeah.
he felt like there was a water leak there. And his radio comes back. We are checking. Can you confirm what is the problem? There is water in my seat. Must be the water. And Charles just replied, "Yes, let's add that to the list of phrases, shall we?" That was brilliant. There is water in my seat. Must be the water.
That must be the water. No shit.
No shit, exactly. Oh, Ferrari are just a meme that keeps on giving. Oh.
I know when you had the Grand Prix one on, I heard Plan C, Plan C.
Yes, Plan C, Plan C.
I heard them yell Plan C over the radio or somewhere.
Yes.
It's like, oh, they go with Plan C.
Oh, they go with Plan C. And then McLaren after that. You didn't hear this, McLaren after that. So, Ferrari, they'll go with Plan C. Have we checked this? And they replied, well, we heard it on the radio, so we have checked. But have you gone down there to check? Would you like to drive for Ferrari? No, I'd like to drive for McLaren. Then take our word what it is. We have checked and they are on Plan C.
Oh.
That was brilliant. and then literally right afterwards, here comes the Yuki Tsunoda radio. Beep 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 off the beep 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 beep.
Who's he driving at the moment?
Yuki's driving for the B team, the Racing Bulls.
Ah.
But honestly, if I was Yuki, I'd just say no. But the problem is, Yuki don't get a say. Nor does his team manager get a say. If Helmut Marko wants him in that team, Helmut Marko moves him up.
In other words, you move it up.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, but would you? I'm guessing Neil Lawson would get swapped for the B team, would he?
Yeah, he'd go back to the Racing Bulls with Isaac Ajar,
Mm-hmm.
and Yuki would be brought up to the main team. But again, that brings up my previous question, my previous statement. If you knew Liam, everyone saw this coming with Liam. Everyone saw it coming, right? It's obvious you had no intention to put him in there. You just put him in there for the sake of putting him in there. Then, what's that say about how much you consider Yuki?
Yeah.
And who's to say when Yuki don't come? The problem with Red Bull is they're too much wrapped around Max Verstappen. Too much. They build a car for him. They forget about the other guy.
Because he's always going to be the second driver.
Exactly. Exactly. The only person that had the similar style to Max and was able to match Max blow for blow was Danny Ricciardo. And as soon as Ricciardo said he was off, that was it. They were chasing teammates to find the best. But no teammate could drive the car like Verstappen can. Perez couldn't... sorry, Pierre Gasly couldn't drive the car for shit like Ricciardo could. Alex Albon couldn't do the same. Nor could Sergio Perez. Well, Perez started off well, and then it just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Perez is probably the closest we've come. And now we're going to boot Liam Lawson out after 2 races. 2 races. Dude hardly knows the track in Australia, and he hardly knows the track in Japan. China. I guarantee you when we come to Japan, he'll do better. He will do better. Just give him a chance.
Yeah.
That's all you've got to do is give him a chance. But the problem is we deal with fucking Red Bull, who are a dictatorship.
So I'm guessing these are going to be shunted.
Yes, these are the 2 wagons we have to shunt out here. And we've got to put them into that little spur side in there. So we just got to switch the point, make sure that's done, and then we can disappear off, as they say. We've also got to change ends. Why we have to change ends, I have no idea. Because we could just easily do it all from this end.
Yeah.
But this is a rivet route that we have, and we just have to deal with it. So what I'm going to suggest we do, because we're just about to wrap up this half now, if we take 5 minutes just to have a leg stretch and then come back afterwards.
Yeah.
And then we'll get part 2 saved. And then we can save part 1 till when we do our lunch break later on.
Yeah.
That's a good plan. Do you know why it's a good plan?
Because you thought of it.
Exactly! I think of the good plans around here, so he don't have to. Because if he thinks of the good plans around here, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump would need to use the nuclear button to start nuclear warfare on literally every country. And Lord knows, folks, that we don't want Simon starting to think things so that we bring about nuclear warfare on the world.
Donald Trump is a
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
It's true, though.
Whoa! Okay, the first thing he blurts out within 11 seconds of us recording is that Donald Trump is a see you next Tuesday.
Well, not 11 seconds for this, but
yeah,
11 seconds for...
But I think we're going to need some... what are we going to need for this here? Are you able to clarify your statement, please?
We don't need to clarify it. We know he is.
You don't need to clarify it. You just know he is.
Yeah.
But still, I would think the most powerful, arrogant son of a you-know-what in the world, and you just blurt out that he was a CUN you-know-what, I think is going to need some clarification from you. And if you are wondering, there will be no red card issued for this, because everything you do speak is factual. So you have an open microphone and 35 minutes if you wish to go into a long diatribe about Donald Trump and how he is a coconut.
Yeah, because he's an overhyped bellend. Who not really after the presidency for doing so about it just for his own fucking fame.
You realise where this is going, don't you?
TikTok.
No. You realise where this video
Why are we
goes.
talking about political stuff anyway?
No. You
What?
realise where this video is going to end up, don't you?
In America?
No. On which platform?
YouTube.
YouTube, who are so far up Donald's rear that it may get back to him. You realise that he's going to be sitting there with his quiff all out in the White House. My fellow Americans, I bring to you today news that some guy in England has called me a nasty word. I have no choice but to now go over to this country and take the tree out and prove what this guy actually is.
Good, then come over, I'll punch you in the face.
Whoa!
And you can bring Elon Musk over and I'll punch him in the face too.
And you know what? The world would probably applaud you for that. But again, you're going to need some context as to why you wish to do this action to both of these people.
They're both bellheads. Well, Elon Musk ruined Twitter.
Yes.
I liked Twitter before he ruined it.
Yes.
So there's an excuse.
There's an excuse. So there's one excuse for you. Do you have anything else to back up your diatribes?
Donald Trump shouldn't be running for president in the first place. Yeah, for the first one, fair enough, but the second one, no.
No, I agree. I think mind you, to be fair, we were screwed either way.
Well, they were.
Well, yeah, they were. They were screwed either way, unfortunately. And now they've been screwed so much that, well, they've just been
Canadians now like, no, this beef was produced in Canada. Everything was produced in Canada. Good on them.
Hey, America's answer to everything. If it all goes wrong, blame Canada. That's their answer to everything. Do I have allocations for that yet? No.
Actually, Canada could be the opposite.
Can it?
If everything goes wrong, blame America.
It's America's fault.
Like, you look at the Gulf of Mexico, it actually says the Gulf of America on the map right now.
Does it?
Go check.
Does it?
Go check.
So if I went to Google Maps right now, if I went on there now, it wouldn't say Gulf of Mexico, it'd say Gulf of America.
Say both.
No, I've got to see this then. First of all, just checking this because a bus company has gone bust. So right, let's have a look at maps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of Chelsea Green.
Damn right. Even though we'll get close to her.
Yeah, that's the problem. So there we go. There's the United States. Bloody hell, it does. I did not know. It says Gulf of Mexico and then in brackets Gulf of America. Why is it the Gulf of America now?
Because of Trump.
Because of Trump?
Yeah. He wanted it renamed to the Gulf of America.
Next thing you're going to know, he's going to turn around to Canada and label it. No, he's going to turn around to Mexico and say Mexico underneath America's toilet. And Canada's going to have Canada, America's brain.
Well, that's the thing. He wants Canada to join the US.
No.
I agree with that.
No. Just no.
See, Canadians have sense.
But do Canadians have sense, really? Do they really? This is the same country that gave us Justin Bieber.
The truth is, though, as soon as them tariffs hit, Canadians were like, nope, all the American stuff's coming out of our stores.
See, exactly. That's why we like Canada.
See, everyone says blame Canada, but Canada
are a genius. Canada, I think, is a secret genius organisation built on hell-bent on destruction for everybody. That's what I think Canada is. And if anyone wants to argue with me on that point, please come and kindly see me after the show. So the Usos are back together. Timeless Tony Storm. Everyone, do we know what's likely to be the runway for use on Saturday? Whatever the runway is today. That's what the runway is going to be.
Oh yeah, that thing at Heathrow.
Yes. That thing.
Because last week, it was last week, was it?
It was Sunday. No, it wasn't Sunday just gone. It
Saturday?
was Saturday, I think it was, yes.
All that fiasco at Heathrow.
Yeah, that absolute fiasco at Heathrow.
You know, someone actually filmed inside Heathrow Airport during that time. It was just dead.
It would have been. It would have been. Do you want to know how dead it actually was? The only mode of transport you could get out of Heathrow at that time was the bus. And even then, it couldn't have been an electric bus. It had to be a diesel. Or a hybrid. Because there was nowhere to... literally, all the electric supply had gone. You couldn't...
The trains weren't running.
No. You couldn't... There was no Heathrow Express. There was no Heathrow Connect. TfL. There was no... shuttle pods to get you over to the car park. There was no planes taking off. There was no...
So I guess the Heathrows would have terminated at Hayes and Harlington.
I don't think the Heathrows ran at all.
The Connect.
The TfL ones, I don't think they ran at all.
Oh no, it's Elizabeth Line, is it?
Elizabeth Line, yeah.
So Elizabeth Line would have terminated them early.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Let me go and check. I honestly don't think that there was any Heathrow services at all.
You know who would have got the blame for that? Why there was no Heathrow trains running? The railways, which is not their fault.
No, and to be fair to people, they didn't blame the railways as much. They did not blame the railways.
That's fair.
Hayes and Harlington would be a good station, wouldn't it?
Because the railways run electricity and you couldn't run a train into Heathrow.
Exactly.
Unless you got a pair of Class 37s.
There we go. Right here, right now. It's Friday. It happened, not nothing. But the Shenfield Heathrow services was cancelled between Paddington and Heathrow, so they dumped them at Paddington.
Oh yeah, because they could turn them back at Paddington.
They could turn them back at Paddington. You can do the same at Heathrow.
By the signalling will be down.
So here's what they did. The Terminal 5 ones, they binned them at Paddington.
Yeah.
But the Terminal 4 ones, they binned them at Hayes and Harlington. So they did a mix. They did a mix up.
That's fair.
So, some they binned at Paddington and some they binned at Hayes and Harlington.
Paddington because you got two reversal sidings there.
Yes.
And Hayes and Harlington because you got a bay platform.
Got a bay platform. And not only that, you can get a bus down from Hayes and Harlington into Heathrow.
Yeah.
So you're laughing there.
Now that's genius how they plan that.
That is genius. They get a lot of shtick a lot of time to TfL, but that was genius. As soon as they saw that plan, boom, thank you. They came up with something straight away. That's something I want to...
But then there was a few memes going around saying it's going to be bad for the people at Heathrow, you know, like the big guys.
Yes.
And he had the picture from that guy from Airplane.
Oh yeah, they had that...
I picked the worst day for quick drinking.
Yes.
I picked the worst day for smoking. No, I picked the worst day to quick smoking.
Yes.
I picked the worst day to sniff glue.
Looks like I picked the wrong day to quit drinking. That was mega. That's something I'll have a look at later, because why not? But yeah, no, Heathrow was an absolute mess. I should actually watch that thing with Jerry that he did at Heathrow, because I imagine it'd be.
Well, I know a YouTuber or content creator who has a friend.
Friend of a friend of a friend.
No, who has a friend who actually sometimes does a podcast with him.
Yes.
And he actually worked in Heathrow.
Okay.
In the IT area.
Yeah.
And he said, even what I heard, what he said, that his friend said, it was stressful that day.
It would have been. It would have been so stressful. So stressful.
And then they want a third runway.
They want a third runway and one power area which controlled the whole power for just 2 runways failed. What's it going to be like with a third one?
Chaos.
I don't even like where they've put that third runway. I honestly don't. If you're going to do that, if you want a third runway, you put it as close to the other two as possible. You can't go into London because you've got Hatton Cross that way, but go the other way. Go the other way. Do what they do at Schiphol or loads of major airports. Have that third runway intersecting across.
So it's like...
Perhaps extend out 09 and 27. Right. And then have that third runway.
Well, like a cross like that?
Yeah! Let me show you... let me show you LHR right now, when my phone decides it wants to work. Pull up Goggle Maps, as we would say. So, look at that, I type in 2 letters, what's the first thing that comes up? London Heathrow. There we go, it's right there. It's right there. So, what to do, right, because it looks like all that's after Heathrow going in the direction of Reading is you've got the M25, you've got a leisure park, a few other things, but...
Yeah, you definitely won't be able to do the leisure park.
Yeah, no, but you don't need to extend it that way. What I'm saying is, if they extend 09 and 27 out towards that road, so say stop them both probably before you get to the reservoir.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then have that third runway, get rid of this little thing here.
Yeah.
Which is where Terminal 5 is. Oh, no, you can't, because that's the problem, because Terminal 5's in that... how close to the facility is Terminal 5? See, this is why we don't...
Plus you got greenbelt registrations and all that as well.
Oh, right, so, yeah, look, Terminal 5 is in it, so that's fine. But if you go sort of across there to where this area is here, so just take that up to there.
Yeah.
And then have that third runway come right across where the M25 is. That would be better. But where they want to build it is up here, up on the Hammondsworth Mall.
So in other words, they would literally destroy that mall.
Yes, and they want to destroy all... Because look at all this housing over here. You got houses over here. You're going to build the third runway there. Do one.
Yeah, that's not good.
You can't build it south because Stanwell is in the way. And also you got... obviously, you can't go that way because Hatton Cross is... You definitely can't go that way because that's where they do all the maintenance there. And plus the Hilton Garden is there where Jerry likes to do his filming.
Jerry like, you can't do that.
Leave it out, mate! Or no. Why they gone and done that? Oh, leave it out. Literally, you would have Jerry... honestly, there is no right or wrong way for this third runway. But the sensible option would be to have this third runway come across Hammondsworth Wall from the north in a sort of diagonal, going over what is this little parking area here for Maple Express.
Yeah.
Which is an airport parking, but you could easily put them elsewhere. Just have it come right past the M25, say take it down to Stanwell Moor. That's where you could do it.
Well, have the third runway there build Heathrow outwards?
Yeah, because you haven't got much there apart from, well, looks like a couple of things there. Apparently that's a... I've never seen this area here. Horton Road. Heathrow plane spotting.
I like how they put that on the map.
Yeah, that might be an interesting one if we get 09 right departures. That might be a very interesting one. I need to have a look at that. Is that a new one that's come up? So it's a big open field, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's got one of the best places for plane spotting in Heathrow. Yeah, the only problem I've got with it is it looks like a big park.
So you'd have people playing.
Yeah, you'd have people playing.
Don't get me wrong, it's good, but...
It looks good, yes.
You know what, when I was talking about the Mid-Cheshire line, because I said because Modbury was a good place to play spotting.
Yes.
So I'll just go, no, Heel Green is. And to be honest, I actually say, yeah, you're right.
Heel Green is definitely a good place.
Yeah.
I have done Heel Green around the time when they're coming into land over Stockport, because that's the glide slope which takes you over Hill Green.
Actually, they would have come from Hyde, would they?
No. No.
No, Hyde, Stockport, Hill Green.
No.
In that flight path.
No, I'm pretty sure Hyde's not that way. Hyde's the other way, I think.
No, Hyde's between Guybridge and...
Oh, yeah, in that case, then yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, yes. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different Hyde. Think of a different Hyde, sorry. But yes, they would have come in over that way. They basically do their U-turns. I've got to remember where I saw this last time.
So one flight past Hyde, Stockport, Hill Green, and the other flight past by Knutsford.
Yes, that's correct. That is correct. Yeah, no, they do their U-turns around about Rochdale, and then they start their little descent around Stockport. Because one thing I'd like to do, if they are on approach that way, I'd love to do, say, like an airport session at Stockport rail station, because they've got shelter there, so I can just keep an eye on flight radar, maybe do some trains at the same time, but do some planes as well. So it's multitask between the two. A train and plane video at Stockport. That would I think that would be great.
That would be interesting to do.
It really would. I think that would be a very...
The aviation enthusiasts like, fuck that train off!
And the train people would be like, fuck that plane off!
Yeah.
And the bus people would be there like, well, where's the love for us?
You're too far away.
You're too far away. Hey, it's not as far as you think, that new bus station.
No, it isn't actually, to be fair.
It really is. Plus, as well, I'm not a fan. I know that's going to go down like a lead balloon with some people. I just think the railing is too high. You're going to need
Step ladder.
a little step to see down. That's my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic bus station, absolutely fantastic bus station.
But for spotters,
it's not the best.
Does that look down at the bus station?
It does. You essentially look.
So in other words,
down.
they made a high fence to stop people jumping over it.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is understandable.
Understandable, yes. But for short people, you're shooting through the glass.
There's lights on this bridge.
There are Christmas lights on this bridge. Apparently for this pack you get Christmas lights on the bridge. Don't ask me why, it's a thing. But the only thing I definitely don't like about that bus station is the fact they have street decks there. They shouldn't do. But there is news apparently Metroline are about to be booted out badly because Metroline are struggling. Who saw that coming?
Oh, Burnham's also announced yesterday that the Glossop line and the Staley Bridge will be the first going under the B network.
So they're going to do the Glossop and the Staley Bridge.
Yeah.
Makes kind of sense.
Glossop line definitely.
Glossop definitely, because most of the area where the Glossop line fits in is under the B network already.
So technically the B network will go into Derbyshire.
Yes, it will. Also, the Staley Bridge line makes sense because Ashton's in the B network as well.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense. I would imagine next up will probably be Rochdale.
Hang on, Staley Bridge is... Because the services are Staley Bridge Southport, are they?
Staley Bridge Southport, that is correct, sir, yes.
So in other words, the B network will be going to Southport.
Yes. If you want to think of it like that. Well, it already goes to Wigan. So why not to Southport?
Makes sense.
Makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's a bit away, but why not? It does make a hell of a lot of sense.
So most of the 323 is going to be incorporated into the B network. Well, I don't know if it's trains or...
We just don't know what the plan is. We don't know what Burnham is thinking.
He just wants this network like London.
He just wants it like London, and to be fair, I mean, he's got Stagecoach, he's got Metroline. They operate buses in London, but Metroline is not coping because the amount of cancelled services that that area has had is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Plus, Oxford Road's already got a B Network logo on already.
Has it?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't notice that. I was there. When was I there? I was only there about a week or so, couple of weeks back. I didn't notice it, if I'm being honest about it. But that's Martin going, good, fuck off. I'm going for a job interview in Stoke-on-Trent with Asda. Good luck with that one. Oh. I didn't notice. Did I not notice that? And just
I think it's at the Manchester Piccadilly end of the
that would make sense.
But technically, Manchester Oxford Road, I think, still operates by Northern, but it does have B Network logos on it.
It does, yes. We've had a notification on the Toctic from Jordan. Good old Toctic. Who likes Toctic? Or Facetune, or whatever it is, the cool kids that today listen to. Because not even I know what they listen to. Get rid of them. Perfecto. Absolutely perfect there. Good.
Or YouTube Premium or something like that.
Oh God! Don't get me started
Ooh.
with YouTube Premium. Don't get me started.
I think I found a way how they're going to screw people out of money as well.
How?
Well, because they're going to bring in a YouTube Premium Lite.
Yeah.
Basically, it's $7.99 a month because they're only trying it in the US.
Yeah.
But the only things you don't get is you get some stuff. You get some perks like ad-free videos.
Yes.
But you don't get the chance to download videos and use premium music and all that.
Yes.
It's funny actually because when that was tried out, somebody actually written in the comments, "Why am I still getting adverts in this video?" And then they realised the stupidity of their comment because it was a sponsorship.
Yes.
Because the sponsorships are still shown in the video.
Exactly. It's so
As an advert.
it's so stupid. It's almost unbelievable. Yes, but
There is actually a alarming thing if people do go for that version. The creator gets less money. Even though it's still a 45-55% split,
yeah.
YouTubers will be affected with that.
What am I doing on
revenue.
What am I doing on the 14th of June? Because I want to go for that rail tour definitely. Let me have a look what I'm doing on the 14th of June. I am doing nothing, but I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a June holiday this year.
Are you?
Yeah, basically, I think the idea is get a holiday in June, got my holiday in August booked already.
Yes.
Then have one in September.
Yes.
Have the odd days.
That's a point. We need to do Ipswich Hotel.
Yeah.
Need
to do the odd days for probably one in October, one in November.
Yes.
And then since Modern Rail Scotland's going to be in March next year.
I know, shocker.
Hey, if they keep it that part in March, that's good because the weather can be good sometimes up there.
It can do.
It's better than February shit.
Yes.
So I think, mind you, when is Easter next year? Because if it falls on Easter, then it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I had it right there actually. Google.
Oh yeah.
Bank holidays 2026.
Yeah. He's having a look at Easter's. What we're looking at, Easter's on the 6th of April.
Ooh, that puts it close.
Does it?
Yeah. It's not very often I think ahead like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because the plan to put Motherwell Scotland there,
Oh,
and it's the week before Easter, that might be a bit screwed up.
that might be.
Oh no, actually no. I think it's just getawayable.
You do? How do you think it's getawayable then?
Because usually there is no time off around Easter, but I think it's the week leading up to Easter, the week after Easter.
Yes.
So I think that week before Easter is just getawayable.
Anyway, here's a question.
But then that's going to be interesting because if they put Motherwell Scotland there, I don't think it's been announced yet. Because the York model show is always Easter weekend.
Yeah.
So basically,
Are they trying to fuck around your model rail shows? Are they?
no, because no, they haven't updated. I don't think I will know until I get there because they usually announce the date a year in advance.
Yeah.
But the York show is always on Easter weekend.
Uh-huh.
But you're putting Motherwell Scotland before the York show. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of Red Bull area, here we go again. It's a cartoon character. We need a number 2 driver to help Maxon score points. Someone says bring back Checo. Someone says sign Liam Lawson for 2 more years. Someone says Yuki. And the guy says Yuki is thrown out the window. Exactly.
Yeah. I reckon if they promote, like you said, if they promote Yuki Tsunoda to the A team,
Yeah.
they're just going to try and. It's just going to be his career from out the window.
Yes. I agree.
What? They say Ferrari's the bad guys.
They're saying Ferrari's the bad guys, exactly. Ferrari are out there, mind you, when Ferrari turned around telling Lewis, so please use K1. And Lewis like, I know I'm doing. Reminder to use K1. I know what I'm doing. Leave me to it. Just a reminder, please use K1. I know what I'm doing, man! Let me get on with it.
He's having a bad season in Ferrari at the moment. Well,
He's not having a bad season.
just get used to it.
No, I mean, first race, Australia, yeah, he had, they were 9th and 10th with the Ferraris. He won the sprint at China, and then he got disqualified for the main race. Because his plank was,
Where would he finish if he did get disqualified?
he would have finished 5th or 6th. That's who he would have finished.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad. Who are you? I don't know who you are.
Who are you?
Oh, she's no one.
Ah,
She's no one. No, I've got an interesting question for you here.
okay.
This comes from Interrail. You are on an 8-hour train ride. There
Okay.
are 8 seats available. Who are you sitting next to? So seat 1 has Kate Winslet next to it.
Okay.
Seat 2 has Prince Harry.
Okay.
Seat 3 has Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
Seat 4 has Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Seat 5 has Adele. The singer Adele.
Yeah.
Seat 6 has Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mm.
Seat 7 has a Eurovision singer called Loreen. And seat 8 has Celine Dion. Nah! There you go. In fact, there you go. There's question of the day if you've got that far. Who are you sitting next to? There you go. Where would you be sitting? I know where I'd be sitting.
Next to Gordon Ramsay.
Either in seat 3 or seat 4. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you're sitting in seat 3, you've got Harry in front of you, Gordon can tell to fuck off. And if you're in seat 4, you can listen to them both cursing like a fucking sailor. You can hear Max moaning, "Why is this guy sitting next to me, man? He's leaving me no space." Gordon, "Oh, fuck off, mate." Cristiano Ronaldo would be a good one to sit next to. So, how's it going at in Saudi Arabia there, Cristiano? That's all you'd probably get.
Isn't it not going good for him?
It's going all right. It's an easy. Unfortunately, the Saudi league is it's an easy league. Unfortunately, they sign all the best players in the world, but the rest of the players are rubbish. So, oh, it's Lola.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that bloody noise was. It's Lola cleaning herself. That's who it is.
So it's like Ronaldo's goal, 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 goal.
Yeah, he's just scoring goals for the sake of scoring goals.
Just to keep them happy.
Just to keep him as happy as he physically can. Right, switch this junction. We're here at the aggregate terminal. You know what we can do now?
Is that it?
We can release the brake and just let this roll down this hill.
You know what would be hilarious if we just uncouple them? Yeah, go with the siding.
Go in the siding, we're done.
Then they'd probably be thrown off a cliff.
Yeah, they probably would get thrown off. There is actually a bank on the other end. You've got to use your brake here to make sure you don't, because there is a red signal down at the other end. And I mean it, there is a red signal. But we are at the end of the scenario, folks. So, yee! What we doing next? We are doing Long Island Railroad next. The remaster Long Island Railroad. Because I've got a golf scenario for you.
A golfing scenario.
Yeah, and Lola's making a hell of a lot of noise. Blimp, thank you. Turn everything. Oh, we got to unload the aggregate.
Ah.
We got to unload the aggregate, as you do. There we go, and then we get to go do the other doors as well.
Is it actually being dropped into the thing?
You what, sorry?
Is it being dropped?
Yes. So you just get a thumbnail here in front of the mountains. Thank you very much. We have been acquiring the thumbnails on the way, don't worry. The problem is the thumbnail picture thing for this route is broken. And when we say broken, we mean properly broken. Then again, it's a rivet route.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't done anything rivet regarding being rivet. Thank you for your completing of this run. Let's see how you performed. I'll tell you how it performed. It's gone 14,981 points.
Like we said, this one isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Probably one of Rivet's best routes.
One of them.
Or the only one.
Yeah, the only one. That's all you can. That's all you can say about it at the moment. So yeah, next up is Long Island Railroad for us. So join us for that next time. I know you're all going to have some fun as we do that. And while I go warm my chest up because my chest feels a little cold at the moment, I'll leave Sheldon with the last word because, you know, he's not done much work and plus he's late as well to the parties he always is.
Okay.